Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. How's everybody doing? We are continuing Broken Sword 2, the Smoking Mirror Remastered. When we last left off, we rescued Nico, and now we're in Quarmonte. And so far, I'm trying to make sense of the story, but it's not really getting through to me. Okay, maybe that's not it. Ah, here we go. Okay, so let's read back on the story. So 6 months later, here I am back in Paris. Got a meeting lined up with Nico. She wants me to go meet some archaeologists with her. A guy called Professor Ubier. I am. We are looking into him, yeah. I don't know what this is all about. Something to do with carvings on a Mayan stone. Truth is, it'll be great to see Nico again, whatever the reason. Not quite the reunion I had in mind. Ubier's house was creepy as hell. This highly sinister Central American guy lets us in. Takes us upstairs to a drawing room that hits me from behind. When I come around, I'm tied to a chair, being menaced by a deadly spider. The room's on fire, and Nico's been abducted. However, some cute stalwart moves led to one squash spider and a very impressive escape. I sure did feel comfortable rifling through Nico's handbag, but I had to discover why we were attacked and where they've taken her. Things didn't get better when I found a gift from that creep, Andre Lobino, a pair of panties. Wow, I really dislike him. Still, he's the only lead I have. Maybe he's changed? Nah. Must find Nico before they do her any harm. Yeah, Andre is bleh. Lomino was pretty odious, but it turns out that he has a stone, which has a coyote carved on its face. Apparently, Nico acquired a coyote stone while investigating a smuggling ring and left it with him for safekeeping. He must have suspected that something was up. That'll be why she asked me to go with her to Ubier's place. Lomino pointed her to someone at the university. Perhaps it was when Ubier got connected. But why do the Central American guys want the stone so bad? Lomino did point me to a pal at the Greece gallery who, he said, might be able to tell me more about Ubier's plot. It's the lead, I guess. The Greece gallery was horribly repouch? Is that how you pronounce it? And its owner less than helpful, but I got what I needed. Shipping company, Transglobal, is the key to this whole stinking business. Turns out Professor Ubier ships his artifacts through Transglobal, which is based in Marseille. He made large withdrawals from ATMs there, so everything fits. He must be behind Nico's abduction. Marseille, here I come. Takes more than a dumb night watchman and his vicious dog to stop him. It's quiet outside Transglobal offices. I hope I can find some clues inside. I'm worried that time is running out. I found Nico, trussed up but safe. He's been investigating a narcotic smuggling ring, posing as a courier. But to sell drugs, she came across the Coyote Stone. We don't know why the stone is so significant, but it sure is great to have Nico back. After a spot of zip wire Durandoo, we escaped the clutches of Pablo, the Central American brute. I hope Titipoco, his little buddy with the blowpipe, is going to be alright. We returned to Paris, where Nico made Lobno give me the Coyote Stone. Turns out that when Titipoco kept saying Quaramonte, he was trying to give me a clue, because Quaramonte is where Ubier ships his artifacts from. Does also Central America with my girl, or should I read ex-girl? Okay, have a police station or ex. Go to the station, talks to General and Ronaldo. Look at General, leave the police station, talks to Ubier. So George Stover looking pretty swag with the sunglasses.
That man we saw talking to the general was Ubier. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy I called in Paris claimed to be Ubier, but he sounded nothing like the man in the police station. Maybe the professor really is innocent.
Nah. It's too much of a coincidence that he's here in Quaramonte.
Hmm.
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, Georges. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it.
Hmm. Up to Ubier. Where is he exactly? Ah, near Dwayne.
Professor Ubier?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
George, though.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
Please, I don't want to talk about her.
Keep mentioning her
Maybe you
anyway.
don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly pet name I used to call her. Somehow some damned reporter found out.
What do you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant, monsieur.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
You should, they're good.
Want a Scooby stick?
I can't get enough of these things.
I love that it's a running gag with the dog treats. It's turning into like Shaggy from Scooby.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
Hmm.
Can you identify this statue, Professor?
Oh, yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A
Darkness?
Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means, literally, smoking mirror. There. You see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night.
Why is he so quiet?
And victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
But I'm trying so hard to focus on my left ear to hear what he's saying because the audio is so quiet for him.
Do you see this label?
Yes, it refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
I have proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History is my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child. I wouldn't miss a total eclipse for the world.
Does the eclipse have some special significance for you?
For me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale.
Uh-oh.
Fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
That's not good.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these withdrawals,
I left my financial affairs in the hands of my secretary.
including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Me neither.
I had nothing else to ask him just then.
Can we ask Lee?
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that
What?
fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate.
A whole
When
crate?
I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Damn.
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No. A guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then.
System? No.
Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it.
Oh, Dwayne, it was good talking to you, man. Ah, here she is. Nico.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Okay. Cool. Needs to try to get into the prison cells. How to get rid of the general.
Hey, Nico!
Come with me to the police station. Hurry!
Do you have a map of Quaramonte?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, senor Stobart.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso!
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Karzak.
I told you. I never heard of the guy.
Damn.
Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing.
What a fraud.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
Condor is run by Karzak, isn't it?
Wrong again, senor. Karzak has nothing to do with anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records
I
were
call
destroyed
bullshit.
by a flash flood.
I'll be back.
Biscuit?
Would you like a gourmet dog snack biscuit?
I would love one, senor. But I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the general catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Ooh.
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca, the night wind. Take it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
So long.
Hmm. Create some kind of distraction. Need a bit more hint.
I'd asked him all I'd wanted to for now. It was the map the general hadn't wanted me to see.
Wait, can Dwayne make a distraction? Over here, George. Dwayne, buddy, bro.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
Detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work.
Wow.
I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Okay. Up the voice a little bit because aside from George, everybody is quiet. Bro.
Do you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all of world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Hell yeah.
I hear you drove all the way to Quaramonte. In a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. Makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Oh, that Dwayne.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen. Catch you later, Pearl.
We actually haven't been here.
Hey, Nico!
There's some more characters to begin with. Who's this lady?
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering.
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Ow. First time playing this
Hi,
game?
my
Yes,
name
it
is
is.
Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
Ow. Can talk.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Quaramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Eh?
Can you tell me about the accident at the mine?
Accident? It was sabotage. Somebody wanted my mine closed down for good.
Do
Saboteur.
you have any evidence that the mine was sabotaged?
Not yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. There'd been trouble at that mine for several months. The workforce was getting smaller every day. Someone had started a rumor among the men that the mine was cursed. Now the entire operation has been closed down.
Ooh.
Where's the site of the mine?
Several days upriver at a remote area known as Teoculcan.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes, I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an
Ooh,
archaeologist?
beef its general?
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare.
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The general has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the general and his sidekick are there.
Our
Do
phone.
you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Quaramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I have no idea.
Ooh. Biscuits?
Would you like a dog biscuit?
Would you like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
Okay.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
Secretary.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Consolidated Mining. If you are planning to stay in Quaramonte City, may I recommend the Consolidated Mining Experience, an interactive hands-on tour of one of our deepest mines, with talking tour guides available in 3 different languages. A tour of a mine. Well, this is a mining company. What else did you expect?
Duh.
I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
Do you know anything about the eclipse that's due soon?
Me? No, senor.
Do you know where I could find Senor Karzak?
No, senor.
Why is Nico looking at me like that? Damn.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Panties?
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
Damn.
Can you tell me anything about the statue?
It is Tezcatlipoca, the god of death and pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents. Hey!
No touchy.
Stay out of that cupboard.
Okay. We'll probably go. Maybe there's something new outside we can do.
Why did you show him the stone?
I thought maybe he might know something about it.
Well, he does now, for sure. He knows we have it.
Could you distract the general while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah. You'd make a great snake charmer. Come on. 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
Okay, here we go. Mr. General.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear, anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
More like
Si,
degenerate.
Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
Oh my god.
A couple of hours?
Can I look at the map now, or will the other guy stop?
No, 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 Signor. The General said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Ew.
Okay, okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
Get a gun. Can't do it now, though.
Would you take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored, Signor.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
We're getting Pearl?
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George. Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
It's the world.
Listen, sweetie. I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
Beanpole. Damn, okay, Pearl, have fun.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station.
Start with the charts.
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City.
Huh?
About 60 miles inland and upstream was an area marked Teoculcan. The filing cabinet was probably locked.
Well, you don't know until you try, George.
I'm George Stobart. You're Miguel the musician, aren't you?
Ex-musician, senor. My career is finished.
Ah, going to jail could be the boost your career needed.
Senor, I would rather die than live with this shame.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The foreigner? Professor Ubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself.
Jesus.
Don't cry for me, Senor Stubbard. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
There was nothing I wanted to talk about right then.
Well, we need to find a way to save the guy. Let's check here the general's desk.
I had no need for junk mail, especially someone else's. The safe was undoubtedly locked.
Monitor.
It was a computer monitor with some kind of outdated game displayed on it. I didn't have time to get sidetracked by playing computer games.
That's a darn shame.
I decided to leave the television switched on.
Probably good, yeah. Anywhere beyond the jail cells we can look? Doesn't really seem to be.
I couldn't reach the noose.
Okay, there's nothing else here to do. Maybe she interacts with everything here in the office. Oh, wait. I want to try something. Can I maybe pick the lock on the cell with like maybe the blow dart like we did before? Or did Miguel not?
He wouldn't be interested.
Darn.
He wouldn't be interested.
Nobody wants my biscuits. 1 out of 10. Bad game. If anything useful here. Do we check with Dwayne first? If he has something? Dwayne!
I had nothing else to ask him.
Bye, Dwayne. The mining company.
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
Does it tell us where Ubier is heading?
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
Don't have to tell me that twice. pleasure talking to you, Conchita. Okay, then I guess we give the detonator to Dwayne. And he can go kaboom. Here you go.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
But yeah, the US freaking A. Back to jail.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force?
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force?
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired greetings card salesman from Ohio.
I'm doomed.
Oh,
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell, now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Very wise, not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
yeah, so rude.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senor Stobart.
Go polish your weapon, Ronaldo.
This was part of your plan, right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
Uh-oh.
So, here we are.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing. I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
What?
His damn cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
You stinky.
I'd run out of things to talk about.
Damn.
I didn't want to watch a lot of tawdry soap operas.
Lava lamp.
I didn't want the lava lamp.
Over here. Take a good look around the room. Portraits of an old
I
guy.
didn't want the picture. Who's the guy with the hat and the fat cigar?
My mother.
Sure.
I, love your TV.
Oh, yeah, cool, no? Oh boy, female mud wrestling.
That's an impressive hi-fi system, General.
Would you care to hear some music, my dear?
No.
Oh, it's no bother. I don't even have to get up. Oh,
Is that a lava lamp?
sure. It's more impressive in the dark. I'll close the blinds.
No,
Oh.
don't do that. Not on such a beautiful day.
Mom!
What is going on here?
Nothing, Mom.
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidente, sorry, Madame la Presidenta.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidenta. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
For what sort of magazines?
It looked safest to play dumb with good bone structure. Haya, lifestyle of the super rich and vainglorious, Envy magazine,
Excellent. Raoul, you've chosen well for a change.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the time I was buying him.
About that.
And then it goes.
And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college. Still, ours wasn't as good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before, yet I have no doubt that this must be true.
Hey! Psst! Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson. Boy, am I ever
Our
glad
boy
to see you.
Dwayne!
Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're such a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork.
Wait.
Negative to negative, it's positive to you gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just, damn. Alright, I'll just hook that up. All right, there we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
Here we go.
Too late.
Are we dead yet?
Horse shit.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something.
You did your best, Wayne. Stuck in the cell. How can I escape?
The door was locked. I wasn't going to demean myself by using the bucket until I was desperate. Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure, but I'll think of something.
Okay. We have
The plan doesn't work. Will you let me hang myself in peace?
Okay. Let's see. There's Dwayne.
I had nothing else to ask him.
Damn.
The door was locked.
Okay. Got rope. Can we attach anything to set rope?
I didn't think Dwayne would have any interest.
Sorry,
Give me a minute to
hi.
think,
Dwayne,
Okay.
You're doing well.
I had nothing. I didn't think. Give me a minute to.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Hmm. Need a hint. Oh. I didn't was picking it up.
Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it.
I didn't know it
in
was
black and white
long
Western.
enough.
Of course, Hopalong was using a horse, and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Anything you say, George.
Please forgive my mother. She can be a little difficult.
Oh, my feet. Raoul! Propose, you idiot!
Don't mind her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it.
Oof.
Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but... What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
Always George. Hey, Pearl's here.
I ain't gonna say a thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Huh? Wait, what about Nico?
Here she is.
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
No time to explain. Come on.
I think it's a bit exaggerated, but
Don't move, terrorist scum. You talking to me, Junior?
Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior.
A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy?
General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorist. You idiot, not them. The other American and the French woman. They're the ones.
oh, cutscene. God, it's loud. Yeah. Damn, that's so loud in my ears. Okay. The headset is coming off. This is a bit too much.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. At first, I thought the music I heard was in my head. Just my luck to wind up in paradise with a migraine. But I followed the sound and discovered a treehouse in a nearby clearing.
Okay. Good achievement. Nice.
The machine was broken. That vine rope could be useful.
Fine rope, hell yeah. Rich.
It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge. It seemed to be working just fine.
What's going on
The
over
iron
here?
rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it. It was heavy. I guess that was intentional. It would look like a church if I could fasten this cross to it.
Hmm.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary. The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
Can we try it now?
Now I had the contraption working.
Okay, we got the contraption working, but now what?
Hello? Anyone home?
That didn't
The
work.
stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
Oh, please.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
And in summer. Would you like a biscuit? Firefighter. Oh. Wait a minute.
I couldn't see any great benefit in sharpening the cross. It seemed to be working just fine.
Okay, no sabotage.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Is it just me or am I having... Oh, wait. Hang on.
It was a pile of damp leaves. It was a pile of...
Okay, it's not going the way I would thought. Really, the bank statement. I didn't know.
I placed the bank statement over the damp leaves.
Now I need to start a fire.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Huh? I'm a bit confused here. There's a small statue near the water wheel? Wait, what's this going to do?
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
It's far-fetched, but okay. Gas him out.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning.
Oh.
Poor girl is close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I
Uh-oh.
don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
Not French. The only French woman that we know. Can we go
Where
up?
do you think you're going?
I'm
I've got
sorry.
to see Nico.
Please, my son. I know it's hard for you, but she really mustn't be disturbed. The girl needs rest.
I just want to look at her down.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
God, you're useless.
Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my death.
God, you
Give me that
suck.
collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
Okay, that's why we had to cross here.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
Welcome to modern life, George.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
Hallelujah. Get the collar as well.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You'd probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
Monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past.
Damn. You were freaky.
Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Hi there.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me
Damn.
neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
It's an interesting conversation we're having here.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything? Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
It's the worst.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Don't tell me, are the dog biscuits going to be the answer?
He liked the biscuits, especially the.
Oh my god!
Wants to know if you've any more.
The dog biscuits are here to save us. God bless the Scooby Snacks.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman. Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Lipstick?
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
I do.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Okay.
This cone could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
I don't think so.
There wasn't much point in... There wasn't much point in sending... There wasn't much point...
Of course, against Shaman Darkness, but now he wants more. Gifts and Disguise.
I tucked the bright red panties in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
Oh, how will this go? Don't you hate it when you want to eat your biscuits, you open the box and damn, surprise panties!
The shaman was pretty mad about those panties.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend him.
You didn't? He was disappointed that they didn't fit.
uh,
I
wonder.
put the Mayan stone in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I don't know if this will go well. Well, wait to find out.
I'll give them to him. The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Okay. Onwards we go!
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village.
I can't even see who it is. Oh, there he is.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the Coyote Stone to this village.
Okay.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
I'm good with riddles.
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the Fifth Age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
Spanish.
How
Oh.
did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Quaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Quaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar stone.
Where is the Jaguar stone now?
Yeah.
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England.
The British.
Tell me more about the Eagle stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
The monkey dance. So later?
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was... Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Let me in. The fruits.
I've got the root, Hubert. So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right.
Okay then. Open up.
Nico, I've brought you this root.
Oh,
No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
Do we crush the roots?
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Press it.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
Get it. Hurry! What the fuck are you doing? George, what are you doing? Collect the cone and bring it upstairs, you doofus. Use of catch landing. We are not there yet.
I couldn't steal from a priest.
What are we
The
doing?
iron rim of the water wheel would have torn. It seemed.
Take it to the water wheel? Nope. Stop shrugging it off, George.
The stones were too heavy.
I am a bit confused what's going on here. Press again? What's going on here? Okay, do I then go somewhere else? Oh, no. Father, stop playing your stupid organ and be of use for once.
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It's that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget. There was nothing else.
Okay.
Nico? I don't think she even recognized me.
Okay. We go this way? We can't really go anywhere, so I'm confused.
The water wheel had been. The wheel had a.
Like, I squished the roots. I want to pick it up, bring it upstairs, but George is like, nah, I can't. I'm stupid. to check the thing now.
The cone contained the precious antidote.
Yeah, then pick it up, you loser. Don't put it back.
The stones were too heavy.
Oh my god.
Two rounds.
Is the game like broken or something? Am I stupid to understand this? What's going on? Literally going to try everything here. Do we gas him out again?
The leaves were burnt to ashes. That wouldn't work.
You won't work.
The cone contained the precious antidote.
Too bad it's in the hands of a dumbass. Oh, now you do it. What? God damn. I clicked that before. Why is it not work?
Hubert, the antidote.
Fuck this
What are you
game.
waiting for? Give it a go, quickly.
God. I don't know what the game was doing there for a moment.
Nico,
Bottoms up, bitch. Drink.
here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down.
If you're spitty, you're a
Try
quitter.
this now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other two stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, Josh Stobart?
The patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Flying across the Caribbean Sea. Yeah, now we are up to date.
Nico recovered quickly from her
God
fever.
damn it, I didn't expect a cutscene.
To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Okay. We are here.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century,
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
approximately,
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
a wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a
Saw it in the vision.
Aha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Look at this. An article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Yeah, catch you later, you douche. Be over here.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's just a name. Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Damn. The beach bum job market must be crazy.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They quietly regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy.
Do you know about using your own dinghy?
I didn't want a fishing net.
Go up here. There we go. Old ladies. On a cat!
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
It looks like the old lady from the previous game.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is. That's Ruddles. Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
I love them. They're so cute with their claws and their little puckered butts.
Aren't they, though?
Don't encourage him, Mina.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Demon?
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Hell yeah, I watch the History Channel.
Yes, I am. You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed
Jesus,
from
take the
England
wheel,
to
literally.
Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men? with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite. What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Damn.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo!
Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch
Enough,
just
Peter.
say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate!
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
Damn.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
It's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Okay, then.
Hi, Puss. Wanna play?
Hee.
Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws. The ladder extended easily.
Oh.
It was locked.
The house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Refurbishment. Where are the workmen?
Preparation is half the work, young man. The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate?
In
There was a
neon?
stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am. I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
Maybe douchebag Bronson will let us in. Wait, douchebag. Where are you going?
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful. Say, was that kid giving you trouble?
The Fisher boy? No, he was very polite.
Ha! He's a juvenile delinquent. I suppose he told you I was a crook.
Oh no, he's a good kid. He'd never say anything like that.
Sure he would, the little punk.
Catch you later, Bronson. I had no more to talk to him about.
Can I look at your plans? I want to be nosy.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
Hmm. How do I get rid of them? Do I do indeed?
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to draw me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
That's true.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Tell me
There
more.
was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
What? Okay. Talk about Emily. Get her steps in for the day.
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style. Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house. Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young Fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Well betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
With a creak of ancient corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Now to get in. You have the ladder. Can we go up the window?
The windows were way out of reach. If I could get up to them, maybe I could climb in that way.
Ah, you have the ladder.
Just my luck. I'd struck out again. The windows were all locked.
Damn it.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Hmm.
No, I couldn't just go around throwing things at other people's windows.
Damn. It's a shame. Then go down the ladder. Bottom window.
The window was locked. It was locked. I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Cats
I
can't
wasn't
help
going
me.
to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Hmm.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. I couldn't reach it.
Okay, just get in. Bronson, you douche.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
A fink as well as a creep. Nice.
But he'd managed to vanish somehow.
Catch you later, Bronson.
No longer here? He's still here.
Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you're madder than them.
Fish?
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Peace?
Will you give me a fish if I give you these, Rio, are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
No, man.
Will you give me a fish if I give you this, crayon? You can do some great pictures with this.
Crayon.
Crayon? That's Rapouche number 24 lipstick. New this season.
Damn, he
You
knows
know a
this.
lot about it.
You'd be amazed how many fashion photo shoots we get round here.
Do you want it?
No, man, these supermodels are always giving me this kind of thing for my sister.
Worm.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that.
Damn.
Okay, I'll get you a fish.
No more worm.
It might take a while, though.
The fish?
There was nothing else I wanted.
No fish. Okay, maybe from now we just go. Walk up or walk down. Maybe he'll have a fish. Hurry! You have my fish now?
No luck with the fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I caught a bite.
Yes.
It's a big one. A real big one.
That's what she said.
Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
No.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Fish,
Fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Brutal. There's fish in his pockets. Oh no, do we give the dead fish to Bronson?
What do you think of my fish?
Where'd you get that?
Out of the ocean. It must live there, I guess.
Smart ass. Why are you carrying a dead fish?
It's dead? Aww.
Oh.
Catch you later, Bronson.
And I strangled him with the inner tubing. What's the marker? Would the inner tubing help with that?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Oh. Then give the cat the fish.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws. I wasn't... Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish. The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball. I wasn't going to risk...
Oh, that didn't work. But I guess we made the cat happy.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Oh. No, 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 no. What do you think you're doing?
I couldn't reach the flagpole. Maybe it wasn't...
No, stop that, George.
I didn't have a flag on me. That was not such a... I wasn't convinced. that isn't it.
Oh, do I need to get a new fish? Did I screw up? Thanks, cats. Gosh dang it. I need another fish.
There's a fish, my man.
Thank you for being so kind by giving me another fish. What would I do without my fish supplier? Do that again.
I'd have to do that from the ground.
For fuck's sakes, George. Put the fish on the tool. What? Oh, okay. That is not
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
Whoa!
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Really now? Needed a throwing strength. Damn, do you have like a throwing strength like a baby?
Nah, I didn't have the...
God, you're the biggest pussy I've ever seen.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off. I didn't have a flag on me, so...
There you go, kid.
I couldn't think of any reason.
My brother in Christ. In a tube to the tree. I'm gonna pixel off and it does something entirely different.
I put the ball in the catapult.
Really? That's...
Took aim.
Yes!
Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Come on, why is it taking so long?
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
Hi, bro.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
Douche. Yeah, you work that pole, buddy. Not gonna lie, he could have easily just knocked it up by throwing the ball from the ground or from the ladder, but no, he had to catapult it for some reason.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Oh, here he comes.
Hey! Get away from there right now! And stay out!
Oh, we're going to be an asshole and remove the ladder? Okay. I like that plan. I thought I was just going to sneak and look at the plans.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously. The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things. It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
Still, a marker's a marker.
With Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
Hee hee. Damn, fit it in your pocket, man.
You there! Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Want to see the plans he has?
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
What?
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Cave Keenum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug. Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel, Mina, the lock.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me. Ooh!
Hee hee, you get what you deserve. Oh, meanwhile, in London.
While Georges was
Oh
basking
god,
in
here we
some
go
tranquil
again!
bliss, I went to Japan. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
Didn't need to be a cutscene though. My god.
The cabinet was locked.
Lieutenant.
Can I help you, miss?
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Okay. Sure.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask him just then. I wanted nothing to do.
Just check everything.
There was nothing I... It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
But isn't that what we are looking for, though?
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah, that belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from
John
the
Dee's
New World
nuts.
by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
It didn't look anything like the Coyote Stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. He never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror and devils in that stone.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. The so-called Jaguar Stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis like... I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me. This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Wait, is that...
Professor Roubillier?
Eh? What? You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
How convenient.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Roubillier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Oublier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him. Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me.
That's the Japanese girls again.
What's so funny? Oh, never mind.
I'm sorry, miss.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
There was not. There was nothing very useful in my bag. Just a single hair clip.
Single hair clip. Okay.
I wanted nothing to do with. The cabinet was locked. That's the kind of thing Georges would do, not me.
Fair point.
That's the kind of... I didn't need to make a... I doubted I could... I had and have no interest in old pots.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
I didn't want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody. I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
It must have been Oublier.
Huh! Begging your pardon, but he's a man of letters. A professor.
So was Moriarty. Man of letters or not, he's your culprit. Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo. An exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess. Moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. I didn't think the museum attendant would be interested in a hair grip. Not even a cute one like this. Thank you. You've been most helpful. There was nothing. It would probably be less suspicious if I kept away from the empty case.
Okay. Now we got something.
The key didn't fit this lock.
Oh, damn. This one?
The key unlocked the case.
Oh,
It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
okay. Now we got an obsidian dagger, which is wild.
I doubted the girls would be.
What was it you wanted?
Take a look at this.
What are you doing with that?
Just looking. What was it used for?
It's a sacrificial dagger, and I'd feel a lot happier if you put it down.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
And it still doesn't really help me. Move the key again. Okay.
I locked the case again and took the key.
Okay, so now we need to talk to Lieutenant again. Sometimes reporting the click games, the order is a bit throw me off. Probably just me.
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away. Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublier, and fast.
Curtains.
The doors were securely locked.
It.
The doors were... I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Nice. Meanwhile, back at Catch Landing.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective. March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Falvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Huh.
That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there.
Ship, lantern.
The ship looked too fragile to touch.
Lantern.
Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Put it on the desk.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk. That looked like that's where it was That might come in useful, in ticklish situations. It was firmly attached.
Okay. God, there's a lot of stuff in here. Ugh.
Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. The portrait might have made
Well,
a
it was
nice souvenir,
religious.
but it was too large to carry.
Two bells and all's well.
Pirates were cool. It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart.
God, what
She
a
cannot
dork.
take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandon ship.
It's in different. Oh, it's also the chests. Well, hang on.
Surprise!
What? Okay.
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah, I know. Scary-looking guy, huh?
He was my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah, you have his eyes. Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Would you like to play darts?
No.
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me, stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue.
Damn, easy there, George.
She wouldn't have been interested.
Okay, let me check the barrel.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once.
Okay, fascinating.
That looked like that's where it was supposed to be.
custodian information. In that case, you're gone. Maybe at the beach?
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
Any use for a quill?
What's a quill?
It's what people used to write with in Captain Ketch's days.
No, I'd sooner be fishing.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen use.
Oh.
There was nothing.
Okay, bye. Emily, no.
There were several things.
Oh, couldn't maybe take the lantern with me. Wait. Really? I don't do the cats? Kitty, you're weird.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
Oh, that works. Hopefully.
What you got there?
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Oh.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Thanks. I need to walk all the way back. Here's your conch. Not a magic conch, unfortunately.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws, Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, Conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
Okay. Cross. Power of Christ compels you?
It was the portrait of Captain Ketch. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
That's a maniac. I need to place all of them at the desk. Get the lantern.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder.
Wait, really?
What you doing, Jaws?
I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse, mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
Okay. None of your business for now. Oh, this showed the way then, maybe. Does the cross make like a
The
shadow?
lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock
Shut
it
up, you.
off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I've put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
'Cause I'm interested.
Why?
'Cause I have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right. Truce.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
Oh ho ho.
That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad
Zombie
place.
Islands?
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
Not my problem. Like it. Let's leave. Or not. Oh wait. I get it now. The boats. The boats. I need the boat.
I wasn't going anywhere in that boat without Rio to sail her.
Okay then, what does he need for it?
Would you take me to, Zombie Island?
In this weather? You madman.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie. What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you
Good.
mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
Damn. Brutal. Surprise! Cutscene again! My ears!
So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister. Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
We'll probably queue there. Nice, it's 69% as well. Yeah, that'll be it for me for today. I'll probably maybe finish the game next week. That would be nice at least. As for schedule, in the mode of watching Peter Pan in the movie night. So if you want, be sure to join the Discord for that. And other than that, a new schedule will be released on Sunday. For now, let's find somebody to read. Let's see here. So you know what, I do have some stuff that I need to do, so I'll probably just give it at that and just start a move real quick while I'll do some other stuff. Yeah, I'll probably leave it the best. Okay, then I'll probably leave it at this, and I will see you all next time for a new schedule. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, it's weekend now. Bye-bye.